was a kid.
I'll help you get this Superman. Then you're on your own.
You are a hero.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Hello! So, I just saw The Flash today in cinemas, so we're going to talk about the movie. Surprise! I'll put a post up later on that I just saw the movie Flash to give you like a little tease. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I'm a bit disheveled, a bit with my hair and everything, because I just saw the movie. I didn't look like this when I looked in the cinemas. This was a bit of a makeup touch-up, if you get what I mean. But anyway, we've got a lot to discuss about this movie. So, The Flash. I loved this movie. This is such a good movie. I know that I say that about every movie I see, but this movie, oh my god, from the opening scene, we'll talk about that later on. From the opening scene, I'm like, oh my god, I love this movie. I love this movie so much. I think it might be better than Shazam Fear of the Gods, because I also like that movie, but this is so good. Much better than Shazam in my opinion. But I still like both movies, but I think I like this one a little bit more. So yeah, so you're wondering, what about Ezra Miller? Because I know there's been some news. I know they had a premiere, a red carpet, to do like interviews and stuff, but nothing else. There was just a premiere, no interviews for this movie, no anything, which is a good call, because I think what Ezra's been through mentally and physically would have hurt the movie more if he'd done interviews about it as well. And also, I've heard people say, oh, this might hurt the movie, but, you gotta separate that. Like I said, my reaction, my mum and I were literally just talking about this yesterday. My mum said, like, I know Ezra has done some unspeakable things, that is true, and, she said something about, like, Ezra Miller plays, like, a dark psycho in real life because of what he's going through, etc., etc. But no matter what he did, you can't blame him for the acting. He's done such a really good job with Barry and other Barry as well, which we'll talk about later on as well. But he does such a good job. It's also, I think about Michael Jackson. I know Michael Jackson has done some, would I say worse than Ezra Miller? I mean, he actually, pedophile a young boy, so I think that's more worse than what Ezra Miller did in a way. But if you think about Michael Jackson and you see his videos, like, oh my god, he's such a genius. But if you think about his personal life, what he's been through, there's questionable reasons as well, but you gotta separate that, because you can't base one opinion on something that you heard or seen. So I've seen a lot of news about Ezra Miller as well. From the talks, I've seen other videos about it as well, and the talks about it, but you gotta separate those two things. So I hope people see this movie and say, wow, Ezra Miller does such a good job, and I'm hoping, Ezra Miller gets psychological help or therapy with what he's dealing with his mental self, because mental health and mental illness, like I said before, is really important. So I hope he's getting the help that he deserves, because he doesn't need it, because all the stuff I've heard of him, it's a bit questionable, so he needs professional help. So if I were Ezra, I would get some professional help with that as well. But besides all of that, yes, still a good movie, such a good movie. It's a 2-hour movie, so me and my mum got some lunch and a hot chocolate to sip on, because it was a 2-hour movie. But even though it's a 2-hour movie, I really enjoyed it. Like, nothing of the scenes made you bored. So no matter what this movie, even though it's a 2-hour movie, it fills in so much time. You don't get bored. You get so enjoyable. Like, oh, what's going to happen next? Oh, cool, there's a fight scene. So I thought that was so much fun as well. So let's talk about Barry and Barry. We'll call the Barry Fun Barry as well. Fun Barry was so funny. He's had some really laughable jokes. I actually laughed along with this movie, along with my mum as well, because it's just so funny as well. The character that he played is so well done. And also Barry as well. we saw the opening sequence of Barry, not Ezra, sorry, Barry waiting for a coffee order and his food, like, where's this girl? And me and my mum were questioning, like, does Barry, not Ezra, by the way, we're not talking about Ezra, we're talking about Barry. I'm like, does Barry have, like, autism? Is he on the autism spectrum? As well as a bit Asperger's, because when he talked really, really fast, so I figured, is he autistic? Is he autistic a bit? Because I kind of got that vibe from Barry. So that's interesting. I wonder if that's true or not. Probably not, but it's interesting, you know, the way he talks and the way he kind of stutters, you know, that's kind of what autistic people do, especially with Asperger's people. Asperger's people are really, really shy and really, really smart as well. Of course, I'm smart as well, Olivia. I'm not Asperger's, I'm autistic, but that's not the point here. So, yeah, so I thought he was a little bit autistic, a bit, Barry. You know, we'll see if people get the same response, but that's interesting to me as well. So, you know the plot of the movie, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So, Barry decides, because this is the multiverse movie, so you're going to see lots of Batmans. I can't spoil for you because there's so many cameos. In the ending and in the beginning, there were really good cameos. I can tell you Ben Affleck's in the movie. I can tell you that Michael Keaton is in the movie. I can also tell you that girl, Iris, I can't remember the actress's name who played Iris. I heard a lot of things that just cut out of the movie. She wasn't, which was such a good surprise as well. I can't say too much because there's so many spoilers, but there's some interesting things you're going to see in this movie. And also, let's just say you'll see some actors that are, you know, have gone, but they've used AI for it. Let's just say that. I'm not going to say anything else, but you have to see it for a movie for yourself, for all the cameos. So yeah, so Barry, you know, decides to go back in time to save his mum. And when he does, he kind of alters reality. And I'm not a huge fan of The Flash, like I said before. I did see the TV show The Flash as well, but that's kind of different to the movie, if you're wondering. And, you know, he goes back in time and things change. There's no Aquaman, there's no Wonder Woman, there's no heroes, no Justice League. So, you know, they have to stop Zod. I think he's just a Superman villain. I'm not really familiar with Superman, but I think he's a Superman villain. So, you know, it's a multiverse movie, of course, so expect that when you go in. So, yeah, so, yes, Michael Keaton is in this movie. I've seen a while ago Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito. Such a good movie. Go check it out. I'm glad I saw that movie before I saw this, because if I saw this, like, was he Batman? So I'm glad I saw that movie in advance before I saw this. So yeah, so Michael Keaton is in it. Also, that actress who played Kara was so good. She was really fantastic. I'm not a huge Kara fan, but I appreciate the way she transformed Kara in a role. Even though I can't say too much what happens, but you know, she has some really great moments as well. That speech delivery that she's like, what did you do? That was so powerful. Oh my god, that was so powerful as well. And also in the movie, you know, like I said, Barry, you know, and you know, when there's a scene where you know, from the comics, you kind of seen or you know looked at that in the comics, in the story, Barry's mom gets killed. Now, I'm not sure. See, I always thought it was I always thought because of the TV show of The Flash that they did with Grant Gustin, I always thought it was a reverse Flash who killed Barry's mother, but in this instance, in the movie, it's a bit different. Someone breaks in and kills her. So, I'm not sure if they made that up, or, because I always thought from the comics the reverse Flash killed Barry's mother. So, I'm not sure if that's from the comics or not, but I would prefer that than her, you know, killing, you know, someone breaking in and killing her. So, yeah, so Barry goes back in time, like I said before, and saves his mum. At the end of the movie, things get so haywire with everything else as well. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a really great movie. I can't spoil for you what happens, but it's such a good movie. Such a good movie. Barry, Ezra Miller's character, does a really good job, and I hope that he gets the help that he needs, like I said before, because like I said, mental health is really important today. But yeah, but I think that's about it I have to say. Is there anything else I need to touch up on? I I don't think so. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think at the top of my head, have I said everything? Yeah, I have. So yeah, so there is my thoughts on the Flash. What do you think of the movie? Have you seen it? Will you still see it? Besides all the controversy of Ezra Miller and what he's done, that's the real question. I might put a vote up and see what you guys think of it. If you have seen The Flash, do you love the movie? I freaking love it. As well. So let me know in the comments, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get more updates on Miller's Mixed Media. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, and also you can follow me on TikTok.